Yo, what's up, guys? It's your guy Nero here, and as you guys know, Game Awards are coming soon, and I kind of wanted to give my thoughts. So, the first category is clearly Game of the Year. We got A Plague Tale, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So, if I'm being honest, so here's the thing, right? God of War, I've beat both God of War, Ragnarok, and Elden Ring, and I feel like I feel like God of War Ragnarok is deserving of Game of the Year. It is. I'm not going to say that it's not. However, Elden Ring's cultural impact on gaming and the gaming sphere is just, it feels to me like it outweighs God of War in a lot of categories. Um, like Elden Ring did so much culture, it spawned its own community with mods and the rage videos. It had its own impact, and I think that as a standalone game, there's more to do, more to get out of, and more resources in Elden Ring than there is in God of War. 'Cause with Elden Ring, it's almost endless, honestly, the things you can do with it. You can play as a mage with fists, swords, whips, bow and arrow. Your experience is different, tailored on how you play the game, how you perceive things, and the order which you do things. With God of War, it is a pretty much a straightforward narrative experience, and it kind of carries you along the way, detailing you what you should be doing. With Elden Ring, you kind of do whatever you want, and the adventure is your own. So I did just beat God of War Ragnarok, and I will say this: the game is phenomenal. The game is amazing. That game itself deserves all the recognition coming its way. But unfortunately, unfortunately, Elden Ring is it's built different, man. It's just built different. I just God of War. Without spoiling, see, the thing is with God of War, it's easy to talk about Elden Ring without spoiling it because it's a lot to do with the mechanics and the way the game is built. With God of War, it's hard to discuss it and not give away certain story elements and things of the game because they're all tied to it naturally with the story. But I'll just say this: God of War Ragnarok is probably one of the best storytelling games I've played in recent memory. Seriously, the game tells a truly immaculate story that is one of those must play kind of things. You kind of have to play it. If you don't play it, you're doing yourself a disservice. So, with that being said, I'm giving that category to Elden Ring. Next category, we got best game direction. Again, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray. Listen, I'm trying to figure out who's the guy that tried to sneak in Stray to this. Look, I'm not saying Stray don't belong here. Yes, I am. I am saying that. No, fuck it. It don't belong here. Get it out of here. No, sorry. No, it don't belong here. Get it out. Get it out. And before you come at me in the comment section, oh Nero, you can't say that about Stray. It's my favorite game. Listen, bro. It's a cat. It's a game about a cat. I'm not finna pay you no attention. I'm really not. No. I'm not doing this. Get it out of here. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. Best game direction, which is the award for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. All right, so peep game. I'm sure you're probably thinking I'm gonna say God of War because of the game direction, right? And how it's a narrative game, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. Hear me out. Okay, hear me out. All right. I'm just saying that game design wise, Elden Ring it's built different, my man. From looking at it from a gameplay standpoint, right? If you're looking at it from a gameplay standpoint, you would say that God of War is it's a linear experience, right? But I wouldn't say that it innovated anything new per se for the gaming sphere, because the category does say outstanding creative vision and innovative in game direction and design. I'm willing to say that Elden Ring innovated the gaming sphere with the way the game plays. You know, it basically took the oh god, I hate these little things. It basically took the Dark Souls aspect and flipped it on its head. You know, it made it more streamlined. The gameplay is tight. Just I put it this way: there are games like God of War. There are not games like Elden Ring. If that makes sense, right? You can find RPG driven games like God of War, not as good as God of War. You know, not as polished as God of War, but you can find games like God of War with the whole behind the back camera. But Elden Ring is just Elden Ring. And if you've seen the way guns are designed, the way stages are designed, that game, I'm sorry, man. Like, it's one of those, like, if you haven't played it, you won't get it. But yeah, I'm giving best game direction to Elden Ring. I'm sorry. Best narrative: Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, Plague Tale, Immortality, and God of War Ragnarok. So all right. Best narrative. So this is kind of contentious. Okay, this is kind of contentious, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying this. Right. I'm just saying, and hear me out. There is a argument to be had about whether or not Elden Ring's lore is straightforward or not, right? Because you could say that because Elden Ring's lore and story and narrative is kind of strung out between side quests, items, character NPC conversations, and dialogue, that it's not so straightforward. Whereas God of War is a complete narrative experience, right? But I'm just saying that the story of Elden Ring and the lore is so deep and luscious and rich that it's like curated across your experience, right? And it just, like, I don't want to repeat myself with this one, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep this short one. Fuck it. Elden Ring's lore is fantastic, and if you take the time to find it, you'll find that it's deeper and more meaningful than most RPGs out there today. However, if we're discussing a straight narrative game, a straight narrative process, God of War Ragnarok takes the cake easily because of that. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. If you want to have a discussion about the lore of Elden Ring in the comments, you feel free to do so. But yeah, going forward, let's move on. Best art direction: Elden Ring, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray. Man, so will someone get straight off my? Please get off my list. Get straight off my list. I'm getting tired of it. Scorn, because fuck yeah, Scorn. That's right. Whoever put Scorn in there is the GOAT, right? All 5 of you who play Scorn, let's go. Scorn is the game of the year. So, best art direction. Now, honestly, Horizon Forbidden West is such a great game. Like, zero cap. Okay, no caparonis. Horizon Forbidden West is phenomenal. And I'm willing to say that its art direction, like as far as like the whole game, how the game is concerned, like how it looks, dude. Elden Ring is very good, but Horizon Forbidden West is just beautiful. You know what? That's not fair, because Elden Ring is breathtaking as well. I've had more moments in Elden Ring where I've had to stop the game and just look around, and take in the environment than I had in God of War. However, God of War, when I did stop to look at the environments, they are beautiful and lush. And I would implore you to play it on like a 4K TV, like full PS5, 1080, all that stuff. I would say do that, because you don't do the game justice playing it like on current age consoles. You're really missing out. But beyond that, I'm gonna give this one to. See, if I say this, I don't want this to come off as like I'm dick riding Elden Ring, because I'm not. I'm just saying, like, the game is beautiful, man. It just is. Like, Elden Ring looks really fucking good. Gosh, it's just one of those, like, that one game that comes along every couple of years, and you're like this piece of stuff, this piece of art, this piece of work is just so rare, and it just it comes along every now and again. So I mean, I gotta give best art direction to Elden Ring, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry, man. Next category. Um, Best score and music. Okay. 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 Best music. There is something special when you hear that God of War. Doom, 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 doom. It just kind of that humming in the background. You're like, yo, what's going on here? Like it gets you hype. It kind of pulls you in, right? It's like, oh my god, it's like every sound in God of War is like so immerseful. Is that a word? Immerseful, where you can just feel the raw energy of whatever is going on in that moment, right? Um, and I will say that Elden Ring music is also probably some of the best OST to ever grace our ears. And and again, I'm not trying to give it too much credence, but I'm just saying that there's something special when you walk out of a when I walk out of a like a temple that has own ambient music, and the moment I walk outside this open lush garden area, and the music changes to match that vibe, and in that same frame I walk into a forest and it changes to match that forest. Dude, Elden Ring's sound design is fucking phenomenal. It just is. It just is. God of War score is probably like better to listen to from a music standpoint, like the actual music. But I think as a score, as the actual like sound design, I hate to do it, man. But Elden Ring, like I just don't. This video is gonna sound so bad, man. It's gonna sound like, oh Nero, why don't you stop dick riding Elden Ring, bro? Go play something else, bro. It's not just Elden Ring, bro. Listen, I hear you. I hear you. And my rebuttal is, go play Elden Ring. Like that's all I can tell you. Like, and once you play it, you'll get what I'm saying. Next category, best audio design. Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy. We got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West. So you're probably expecting me to say Elden Ring, right? You probably are, and you're wrong. You're wrong. Actually, I'm actually leaning a bit more towards Gran Turismo or Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and here's why I'm doing that. Here's why. So now listen, I actually have not played Gran Turismo 7, and I have not played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. However, you know me, I kind of float around the gaming sphere and news and outlets and how things happen, and I've been hearing through the grapevine that the reason Gran Turismo is as popular as it is because they pay so close attention to detail of the sound of music. It's almost 1-to-1, right? Like the sound. Keep in mind, this is not music, guys. This is audio design. Audio design. So that means we walk past a patch of grass, the rain effects. When a blade hits iron, those sounds, the audio design, right? Now, hold on. I haven't given my answer yet, but I'm just saying that you have to give kudos to where it's due. And I've heard that Gran Turismo 7's audio design is spot on for how the car sounds, the doors, all of that. And that's cool. However, it's a car game, so let's be real here. I'm giving this God of War Ragnarok. I'm giving best audio design to God of War Ragnarok. I feel like one of the things that God of War did that Elden Ring didn't do a lot for me was immersion. I was immersed in God and Elden Ring whenever I was playing the game, but it was more of an outward experience, right? Uh, I still felt like I'm the player playing the game, right? Whereas God of War, I felt like I was Kratos. I felt like I was Atreus. And because of the sounds I was hearing when I'm walking through these taverns and like, how you can walk further away from a character and they're talking. Get away from me, brother. And these things matter, right? As far as audio design goes. And I'm going to give that award to God of War Ragnarok. But I did want to give kudos to, the other two as well for how good they were. Best performance category. We got Horizon Forbidden West, Ashley Birch, Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Christopher Judge, Immortality, Manny Cage, and God of War Ragnarok, Sonny, who plays Atreus. So let's be clear here. Let's be clear here. This is gonna go to either Atreus or Kratos, Christopher Judge, and if this was 2018 God of War, I would give it to Atreus. And that's because that kid did such a fantastic job with playing Atreus. God, I got my words right here, okay? But in this game, this is the most I've seen Kratos speak since his angsty days, and more so the performance he gave as Kratos is jaw dropping, it's awe inspiring, it's tear jerking, it's emotional. Even with the few words he says, it's the performance and how he gives them. It's the delivery, and I have to give this Christopher Judge. He did an outstanding job as Kratos. Truly outstanding. If I give both awards to both of them, I would give it to Atreus as well, Sonny Soljack, because playing Atreus, I noticed some of the voice lines he does. It's really cool how he times them. Like you could tell that he was made for this role. The way it's timed, the responses. As Atreus, he did a great job. But I just gotta say that Christopher Judge's performance as Kratos is just chef's kiss. Okay, next category, games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message, we got Memoir Blue, As Dusk Falls, Endling, Citizen Sleeper, I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, and Hindsight. This is easy. It's going as Dusk Falls. Yeah, haven't played that game, you probably should. I haven't played it either, but I've seen how much coverage it gets. So yeah, that's going to go to As Dusk Falls. Next category, Best Ongoing. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Okay. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fortnite, Final Fantasy, and Genshin Impact. Okay. So, I already have my answer here, right? And let me give you spoiler alert. It's Final Fantasy 14. Now, hold on. Before you say, of course, Final Fantasy 14. All right. But it's only because the category says ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Keep that in mind, okay? Keep that part in mind. The experience of Final Fantasy 14, right? Because of the expansions and the patches and the overall game as a whole from the devs, they have done an immaculate job. And I do mean immaculate with Final Fantasy 14 and how the game has been created. With, how they keep up with balance patches, nerfing and buffing certain classes, adding dungeons, adding side content, adding PvP rewards. Listen, as a game, and not just like awards and content, they add quality of life change as well to the UI, to menus, its accessibility. Like Final Fantasy 14 is just leagues above everything else in this list. Now, for you fucking Genshin weebs, you degenerates, you horny children that play Genshin for your little waifus. Yeah, I'm talking to all of you right now watching the video. I'm talking to each and every one of you. No. Stop it. No. you're probably like, oh, but Nero, I can't believe you didn't pick Genshin Impact. It's a great. Shut up. Like, no, 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 no. There's no way I'm giving Genshin Impact any credit for anything. Like, Genshin Impact, it's just, listen, okay. I'm not gonna make this a Genshin Impact video because I have a lot to say about Genshin Impact. No, okay. The most I'll give it credit for is being a game that exists. All right, moving on. Best indie: Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, or Tunic. This is difficult. So, like, honestly, I would pick Sifu because one, Sifu like spawned its own community of like mods and like the whole fighting style. Like Sifu spawned its own like community. But as best indie, I have to give it to Cult of Lamb. Cult of Lamb literally like it screams indie game. Like it is the epitome of what an indie game would be and look like. That game definitely has the vibes. So yeah, Cult of Lamb gets it because of. I mean, yeah, it deserves that award. It's getting it. Best mobile game: Apex, Diablo Immortal, Marvel Snap, Genshin Impact, Tower of Fantasy. So, like we discussed earlier, I'm not giving shit to Genshin Impact. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna say Marvel Snap. Yep, I've never played it before, but it's a card game. It's Marvel. It has Spider-Man in it. Okay, Tower of Fantasy is like Genshin, but better. But I haven't played Tower of Fantasy to fully give that answer out, so I don't fully know. But I do know one thing. I know I'm not giving Genshin a goddamn thing. That's what I do know. Next category. Best community support. That means recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, responsiveness, inclusive social media activity, and game updates and patches. We got Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fortnite, Final Fantasy, No Man's Sky. Okay, so you're probably gonna you're probably thinking to yourself, oh yeah, Nero's gonna he's gonna be Final Fantasy 14 guy, blah blah blah, and like yes, you are correct. Asterisk, okay. Like, yeah, I totally feel like, that Final Fantasy 14 as a game definitely covers all of that, right? Inclusivity, there are black characters, any character, you have characters from all walks of life in that game, so you feel represented. But No Man's Sky is a different beast. And I think that game deserves credit for what it accomplished. Keep in mind, I'm sure you guys remember, No Man's Sky was a joke. It had all these lofty goals about what it was going to do and how it was going to be this immersive, go wherever you want, space travel game, a multiplayer, and explore the cosmos with your friends, and all these things you could do. And it just failed on every front, right? It was a joke. It sold its money, and what the devs did, which I respect honestly, was instead of taking the money and running with it, they put all the money back into the project and made the game truly a great game now. Like everything it said they were supposed to do back then, it does now, and I gotta respect them for that. They could have just said, well, we fucked up, taking the money, go GG, we'll try again next time. No, they took those profits and put it back to the game and patched it and updated, added expansions, and now the game is fantastic. And because of that effort, it definitely deserves that award. So yeah, I'm giving that award to No Man's Sky. Innovation and accessibility. So this one has Dust Falls, God of War Ragnarok, The Last of Us Part 1, Return to Monkey Island, and The Quarry. And honestly, because of all the settings you can do, I'm giving this one to God of War Ragnarok. I've heard that it has a lot of settings for players that aren't the typical, regular player. And the same goes for Last of Us Part One, where they added colorblind modes and all these things to help other gamers that are handicapped in certain ways, but still be able to play, enjoy, and experience the game. So with that being said, I'm giving that award to God of War Ragnarok. However, if Last of Us Part One did win, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't even be mad at that. Best VR and AR. I'm gonna just give this one to Among. You know what? It should go to Bone Lab, but because Among Us VR is doing so well online, I say that's probably what's gonna win. Best action game. On this list, this is an odd list. Honestly, it says it's primarily based on combat. Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Sifu, Neon White, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So this really just goes between Bayonetta and Sifu. And if we're being real here, it needs to go to Sifu because, like I said before, Sifu just earned its spot because of what it is and what it was. It is an action game. It is literally a game where you fighting people. That's his whole spiel. I'm beating you up. Period, point blank. Like there's no getting around it. That's all. So like, yeah, Bayonetta 3 came out and it did all these things and the whole, you know how that went. But regardless, this definitely award belongs to Sifu for best action game. Best action adventure game. Horizon Forbidden West, Tunic, God of War, Plague Tale, Stray. Get straight out of get it out, man. Stop. Who? Stop. You know what? Let me not start. This is between Horizon Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok. So listen. When I played Horizon Forbidden West, that felt like an adventure. I'm not gonna lie to you. That whole game felt like I was on this like trek, this journey, to do all these things, and all these environments felt new and unexplored, and all these caverns, and like, it's just Horizon Forbidden West is underrated in my opinion, and I think it deserves more clout than it got. And it's just a great game. It felt the whole game felt like one big, truly new adventure. God of War Ragnarok, however, also felt like an adventure. However, because it is a sequel, a lot of the adventure were places I've already been, places I've already explored. So, and that doesn't take away necessarily from the game as a whole being an adventure game, because that's at its core what it is. It is an RPG adventure game. You're literally on an adventure with Kratos and Atreus across the 9 realms. You go all over the place, right? So you can't take that from it. But in my perspective, I just think that this award should go to Horizon Forbidden West as a core adventure game. Because it's also a sequel, but everything in there was, well, not everything. 90% of everywhere I went in that game was brand spanking new. Everything was a new experience. Best role playing game. Elden Ring, Live or Live Alive, Triangle Strategy, Pokemon Arceus, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. You know what? I gotta give credit because I've seen Xenoblade Chronicles 3 pop up in a few categories already for best like things, and I just feel like it's unfortunate that it came out the same year as Elden Ring, God of War. I really do, because Xenoblade Chronicles as a series is so good. It's so good, except one. Let me backtrack because they're gonna be like, Nero, you can't say that about Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Shulk's a good character. Yeah. Xenoblade Chronicles X or whatever the fuck it's called. The one with Shulk is a good game. It is. It's just very boring and repetitive and boring and slow. But it is a good story. Triangle Strategy, I haven't played it. I don't care about it, so get screwed. I'm giving this to Elden Ring because it's Elden Ring. Come on now, what are you guys stupid? Come on. Best fighting game: DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, King of Fighters, Multiverses, Sifu. Why is Sifu here? Why is Multiverses in this category? Okay. We got something to talk about. and I think I'm gonna make this whole separate video. So let me make this straight to the point for the most part. What should win this category is DNF Duel. Period. Period. DNF Duel or King of Fighters. I prefer if DNF Duel won this award. I understand that DNF Duel has had very little community support, very little dev support from actual creators, and very little support in general of the game since the game came out. However, with it being an actual fighting game, it is brand new, and especially the things that it did with the gaming with like fighting games. I love DNF Duel. I hope it wins. King of Fighters, however, is the more established seasoned game, so it should win. I'm trying to figure out why Multiversus is here. Like, don't get me wrong, I play Multiversus for quite a lot of hours actually, and it is fun, but it's just a Smash clone. Like it's just a Smash clone. It's if I'm being honest, if Smash was still being updated regularly, if it wasn't over, then Smash would it's just a better game overall still right now. Like right now, Smash as it is a better game than Multiversus will ever be. So no, Multiversus is absolutely not. That game was hyped up to hell when it came out, how it's going to be the Smash killer and it's all the support and we got all these characters. The game is okay. It's all right. Once you get past the obvious light, bright shine of the game, it wears off. It's not that great. Like so, no. This game, my award will go DNF Duel. If not DNF Duel, then KOF should win. But definitely not no goddamn Multiverses, and definitely not Sifu. Sifu does not belong here. No offense, Sifu, but it just doesn't belong here. Best family game: Kirby, Lego Star Wars, Nintendo Switch Sports, Mario Rabbids, and Splatoon 3. This is Kirby. This is Kirby. This is definitely Kirby. I mean, me personally, I would say Splatoon. Personally, I would pick Splatoon here, but I understand what Kirby is. It is definitely the cute, family-friendly game. Splatoon, unfortunately, is still to this day very, very niche of a game. It just is. I wish it had more, a bigger community and more support, but no one plays Splatoon enough to appreciate it for what it is. Because it's also a family-friendly game. There's no gore, it's nothing. It's really just a game of cute little squid people who shoot paint. The game is fun as hell, but it doesn't get its respect. I don't think so. So yeah, this category goes to Kirby. Best Sim Strategy: Dune, Mario Rabbids, Total War Warhammer, and 2 Point Campus. I think that this award should go to Mario Rabbids because it is a strategy game. It's like a top-down RTS. But as a sim game, it should probably go to Victoria 3 or Dune Spice Wars because that's kind of their entire mantra as a sim game, like a simulation, like a Sim City or Command and Conquer. Definitely those two. But I understand why Mario Rabbids is involved in the conversation. Best sports game, racing game. We got 2K23, Gran Turismo 7, FIFA. No, skip this. Matter of fact, 2K. Moving on. I'm not finna. No. Best multiplayer. This is a category. Okay. We in business now. We cooking with gas. Modern Warfare 2, Multiverses, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and be straight with y'all. Overwatch 2 wins this. Okay. Now, I will give credit to all the other games. However, Overwatch 2 is, matter of fact, if you don't believe me, while you're watching my video, go to Twitch right now, go to Overwatch 2 and look at its current viewers and look at everything else. It is killing right now. Overwatch 2 is doing fantastic. Despite, the videos about, oh, the skins cost so much money. Oh my goodness, Blizzard. Despite all of that, the game is still very fun, very enjoyable. It's fresh, and it's being updated. It's a fun game. Overwatch 2 is killing right now. It really is. However, I do want to say Multiverses had its chance in spotlight. It did. For a while, it was doing its thing, until it wasn't. I think the problem with Multiverses is it had too much shine, and it shined too bright for what it actually was. Everyone was like, goading up to be this next big thing, and like I said before, it's not as good as it looks. And finally, Turtles. So for real though, if I'm being real with y'all, Ninja Turtles should win because it has the old school couch co-op, right? Which does not exist anymore. Which is so rare to find a good multiplayer game that's just straight up fun and beat 'em up. Because if anything, that's exactly what this game is. It's a straight up multiplayer game. You pick character, you go to stages, you beat up people. That's the whole spiel here. So like I really, really, really hope that Turtles wins this award, but in reality, Overwatch is going to take this. Content Creator of the Year, skipping this. Best Indie Debut, Stray, Vampire, Neon White, Norco, and Tunic. Stray is probably, out of all these games, the one that stands out as the indie is Stray, so fine, we'll give the cat game its due flowers, of course. Best adaptation. Recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another medium of entertainment. Ooh, this is hard. Arcane, League of Legends, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, The Cuphead Show, Sonic the Hedgehog, and the Uncharted movie. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay. Arcane is probably literally peak cinema. Like Arcane is the chef's kiss, top on the top. Arcane is such a good show that it makes you like it single-handedly made people play League of Legends, the game. Like they want to go invest in themselves and be immersed in the community and the characters, all because of Arcane. Like, oh my god, the show, the writing, the way it looks, the animation, the storytelling, the music, dude. Arcane is top of the list here, right? But it's hard because Cyberpunk Edge Runners is just the shit. It's such a good anime, and however, the description does say faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. I would dare say that Cyberpunk did not adapt the characters because this is set. It is set in the Cyberpunk city, but it doesn't use really anything at all from the video game at all. Not even locations. Locations were already existing in the game, but it didn't really add anything from the game outside of the universe itself. Like you are aware of it's based off of a game, but nothing of it references the game outside of the name of the game, right? It's its own self-enclosed story. But it's still fantastic. Cuphead Show, same deal. But Cuphead Show is hilarious. Cuphead Show is so damn funny. Please go watch it. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, probably in my opinion one of the best video game movies to ever come out in recent memory. Seriously, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is such a good damn movie, and it shows that you can have a really cool video game movie and give your fans what they want at the same time. All you gotta do is use the video game content. That's it. It's almost like they focus on making a good story first and a game movie second. And that's what you should do. Instead of trying to pander and make a good video game movie with all these little Easter egg references and all this nonsense, make a good story first that's based off the game, you'll profit. But overall, and Uncharted, who gives a shit? So this category is going to Arcane. Definitely Arcane. Most anticipated game? Final Fantasy XIV, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of a Kingdom. Oh my gosh. This is hard. This is difficult. This is a hard sell because listen, man, listen. Hogwarts Legacy. If for any Harry Potter fan in the chat or watching the video right now, if you've seen or been a part of the Harry Potter fandom, you already know how important anything Harry Potter is to us, right? We love Harry Potter. Anything to do with the Harry Potter world, the universe, we want more of it. Whether it's a movie, a script, a book, a toy, whatever it is, we want more of it because we love that world so much. And I can't wait for this game personally. I really want to play Hogwarts Legacy. You know, having the chance to make your own wizard and explore the whole world of Hogwarts. That sounds fantastic. Resident Evil 4, I don't really care much for it personally. Final Fantasy 16, I'm hyped for it, but I already know I'm going to get it. And they have the whole, like, you know, they don't like black people issue going on with that, so I'm going to leave that alone. But if we're being honest, guys, it's going to Zelda. It just is. When you put certain games in the category, they are gonna win outright. You know, it's kind of like when you put Mario in something. 9 times out of 10, Mario's gonna take it. With Legend of Zelda, it don't really matter what category it is. Zelda's gonna win. It could be music, it's Zelda. Game design, it's Zelda. Audio, it's Zelda. You know, even hype behind the game, it's Zelda. Because one, they don't come out often, so you know everyone wants one. When they do come out, they're damn near perfect games, so you got that right there. So you know what you're getting into is a good experience. So, I mean, as much as the other games are cool and have hype behind them, this category is definitely going to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom. It just is. There's no getting around it. Best esports game: League of Legends, Valorant, Rocket League, Dota 2, Counter-Strike. You know what? Here's the thing. League probably should win, but who I think should win is Valorant because Valorant is new on the scene and it's been like doing it's been doing amazing this year. Like Valorant has been doing this damn thing, so I say Valorant. Oh yeah, okay. I think we're done here because now we're in the whole best athlete thing, and I don't know, none of these guys are. So, best athlete, skip. Best esports team, skip. Best esports coach, skip. Best esports event, skip. Oh, that's it. Damn. We did it, boys. We did it. We have successfully labeled our games of the year and who we expect to win. If you agree with my takes down below, what are your game of the year choices? What are your picks for all these categories? Who do you think should win? Right? Let me know in the comments down below. We can have a discussion. If you're new here, leave me a like. I appreciate it. Please like my videos. It helps me get to more people like you, right? And also share this video. I'd appreciate that. As usual, guys, you have a damn good one. Be safe. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Bless up, be a blessing. You were front line to protect them. Big bullets in the backseat, but the right clean. Rush shots at the window, high shutter speed. Charge at 150, hyper my beam. No recharge, 5 times on your whole team. Got 3 more shots to the neck. I'm feeling alright, got nothing to the left of me. Go dumb, pull up, 2-step with me. DT to the S, you hating me. Speak up, don't front on your jealousy. Or I'll come for your throat respectfully. But it's love, yeah, it's all love that I retain.